Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibbitz. It's Mary, and I'm here with this week's edition of 90 Days and 900 Seconds, The Other Way, Season 4, Tell All, Part 2. If I was going to give this episode a grade, I would give it a solid D minus, and I'm going to tell you why. Between falling asleep, getting distracted easily by Instagram, and all of this pillow talk within the tell all, I do not like it. Don't we have a pillow talk for the tell all? So why are we incorporating pillow talk into the actual tell all episode? I don't get it. I don't like it. I will get into it more. So let's set 900 seconds on the timer and let's hop right in. So where we left off last week, Mahmoud was pissed the fuck off. So he storms off stage and he's cursing. He rips off his mic and he calls Nicole. Nicole's on the phone. Nicole's crying. Honey, honey, please, honey, please come back. Honey, please come back. Why can't we all get along? And he is just, I'm not having it. Fuck this. Fuck him. Fuck everything. This makes my country look bad, makes me look bad, my religion, my people, my country. Fuck him. Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I don't know, Mahmoud. I think you're making yourself look pretty bad, but that's just my professional opinion. So Nicole's crying. Honey, sweetie pie, please come back on stage. Gabe, for his part, is sitting there looking really uncomfortable. He finally apologizes to Nicole, and Debbie is just like, she needs a hug, man. And Debbie gets up in all of her feathered glory and gives Nicole a hug. And you know something? I would have loved to be on the receiving end of that hug. Like a tweet that I saw said, that hug looked like it smelled of rainbows. And I'm going to throw in rainbows, unicorns, and puppies. Okay? So I would have loved to be on the receiving end of that hug. So anyway, Nicole's crying. Why can't we all just get along? Gabe apologizes to her, and Debbie gives her a hug. So Sean is like, Nicole, I think you need a break. We're going to move on from you and get back to you a little bit later. So they move on to Gabe and Isabel. So, because since they have no drama, we have to stir up some drama, So we bring in Gabe's friend Trey. Trey is looking like a cross between a pastor and the lost fourth member of Run DMC. Now, if you are so young, you do not know who I'm referring to, please Google the rap group Run DMC, because as soon as they put Trey up on the camera, I said, oh my goodness, is he the lost fourth member? So anyway, Trey comes on and he's, talking about how Isabel is jealous and possessive. Isabel's like, hold up, wait a minute, dude. I'm not jealous and possessive. I just don't like my man hanging out with you because you create opportunities and occasions for him. And that is disrespectful for me. You are a player and a dog. We all know this. You're my friend too. As Gabe pointed out, Isabel and Trey are friends as well. So Isabel knows what he is up to. Isabel knows that he's a dog, he's a player, and she doesn't necessarily like her man around him because, as Trey pointed out, Gabe is a woman magnet. When he goes out, women are naturally attracted to him. Not that Gabe, flirts with them or commands the attention. They just flock to him because of his personality. And he's a good looking guy. So Trey seems to be a little pot stirrer. And he, like Isabel says, creates opportunities and situations that she does not approve of as his wife. So, Mr. Fourth lost Run DMC member, you need to take a step out and respect the relationship. Just saying. So that was their little section. And now we move on to Jen and Rishi. And I have an announcement to make, and I'm breaking out my special blue mic. Shout out to my niece, Abby, for letting me borrow it. Jen has given the milk to Rishi away for free. I repeat, Jen has given the milk away to Rishi for free. Thank you, Abby, for letting TT borrow your mic. So, Jen reveals that she has been back to India since we saw her last, and she reconnected with Rishi. And yes, she gave the milk away for free. So they are back together, I guess. According to Rishi, they're engaged. This is news to Jen. Jen didn't realize they were re-engaged. So she asked Rishi if his parents knew. And in typical Rishi manner, he was talking in circles. He couldn't give her a straight answer. And Gabe is like, dude, this is a yes or no question. Gabe on this tell-all was serving the same role as Jabri. You remember Sparkles, Jabri, as the last tell-all. He was all up in everybody's relationship, asking all the questions, okay? So Gabe is like, dude, it's a yes or no question. Did you tell your parents that you are currently engaged? Not back then. Currently, right now, engaged to Jen. And he kept going around in circles. Okay, fine. So we bring out Randy and Myra, the friends. Of course, we have to bring out Randy and Myra. So we start talking about the text. So Randy is like, you know, you're a dog, Rishi. You were texting me and you knew who I was and you wanted to meet up with me. You sent me a shirtless picture. Then it comes out that she kind of set him up, you know. If you really listen to this story, she set him up. Randy asked him for, let's see, what was the, okay, send me a special pic of you. No, I'm sorry. Send me a pic of a special part of you. So he sends her a shirtless picture. Like Danielle said, if you would have asked Johan for a pic of a special part of him, you would have got a very different picture. So, you know, she was trying to set him up. She was trying to get a dick pic, and she got a shirtless pic. So let's call a spade, not for nothing. So anyway, Debbie is like, Jen is a treasure. Excuse me, I need my accessory. Jen is a treasure. Yes, we know, Debbie, Jen is a treasure. You are trying to hook her up with Julian. But anyway, so Rishi is wholeheartedly denying that he has seen anybody else for the 6 months that he was separated from Jen. He has not stuck his wee-wee near anything else, has not thought about any other woman since Jen has been gone. His heart and his wee-wee has been dedicated to Jen from afar. He does not care what anybody else says, and that is his story. He is sticking by it. So, they bring out Rishi's mom and his uncle. And Rishi's mom thinks they're friends. The translator's not going to lie for you, Rishi. Sean has the translator translating word for word. And Rishi's mom is like, no, I do not accept this engagement. She is too old. Where does this sound familiar? Jenny, submit anybody? She is too old. No, no, no. And, you know, a friendship is okay. Jen is like, gee, thanks. Jen is getting really, really mad. Okay, Rishi's mom is going on and on about how old she is. And Jen is getting really, really pissed the fuck off. Okay, so the mother basically gives them permission to have a friendship. Jen is like, gee, thanks. And she is just sitting there talking in circles again and just talking in circles. So Myra and Randy are just sitting there like, and then this is where things start to go a little left. Okay. Before Myra and Randy leave, Sean asks them their opinions on the other couples. Okay, fine. So they love Gabe and Isabel. They love Debbie. Osama, you're an asshole. They tell him straight to his face, you're an asshole. And Danielle, you emasculate Johan and you carry his balls in your purse. And then, speaking of balls, this is where we do the weird segue into where Pillow Talk are reacting to sex scenes from the season. Now, we are watching scenes from Pillow Talk like David and Annie and Robert and Annie and Lauren and Alexi, okay, reacting to sex scenes from the other way. And now we have Gabe and Debbie and Jen and Kris and all them watching the Pillow Talkers reacting to their sex scenes. So they're reacting to the reactions of the Pillow Talkers. So are you guys following me? This is where this episode lost me. I was like, why are we watching this? First of all, don't we have a Pillow Talk for the tell-all? And I was fucking lost. Okay. So now they're talking about everyone is sitting there reacting to their sex scenes. And then before you know it, Debbie is telling Johan that he is going to be known for being the guy with the big ding dong. Johan doesn't seem to mind. Debbie's like, dude, you know, you're talking about how big your ding dong is online is not cool. You're going to be known for the guy with the big ding dong. And Johan is sitting there with like a big smile on his face. Debbie is talking about her preferences in gentlemen. You know, this was temporary insanity, y'all. She never expected to fall in love with such a younger man. She prefers herself a seasoned gentleman. And Sean asks her, how long has it been since she's been intimate with a man? It's been 14 years. And nights in Casablanca, it's a figment of Osama's imagination. Do not listen to that man. According to Miss Debbie, it's a figment of Osama's imagination. This thing is making my allergies act up. So anyway, and then Gabe is explaining about his penis again to Debbie and Danielle. And then there's a whole bunch of penis talk. And then we cut to a commercial break. And then now we're talking about Kris and Jeymni. So this is where the tell-all lost me. And I didn't like this part where the Pillow Talkers were, where we have the scenes where Pillow Talk brought in, and then all this sex talk. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Now we're back to Kris and Jeymni. Okay. $1,200 versus $10,000 in 5 months. That is the question. But Jeymni has receipts. Pulling up the phone, sticking the phone up to the camera, and showing receipts. Kris has only sent Jeymni $749. So where is she coming up with $10,000? So Jeymni starts, you know, blasting Kris, and Kris is, I don't, you know, this, I got lost here too, because it was just mudslinging back and forth. So I'm going to read the notes as I wrote them. Kris is a liar about money. Kris is a liar about her health. Jeymni cheated twice, apparently. And after the second time Jeymni cheated, Kris was so upset. After work, she went out to drive and she flipped her car, and she could have, you know, been seriously hurt because of her health injuries. And Kris insists that she has money. Jeymni insists that she went into debt because of Kris. Kris says that there is no marriage. Jeymni was apparently sending inappropriate texts to another woman, but Jeymni has pictures of Kris with her ex having sex with him. So this is all just messy, messy, messy. Then Debbie, I need to get my fan again, guys. I'm sorry. Debbie called Jeymni. She called Jeymni a predator, and I almost fell off my chair. Okay. When she called Jeymni a predator, I was like, oh my goodness. She called Jeymni a predator, and Kris says she's not losing her job for anybody. So that is why that she couldn't run back to Colombia, and she had to stay in the States to make money. But she wasn't planning on losing her job for anybody. So there was a bunch of mudslinging going back and forth. Jeymni's has pictures from Kris's ex of the two of them having sex, and we will see how this will take up next week. And just in time, my timer is up. So next week, we have Nicole and Mahmoud attacking the subject about the girl from China with the TVs. And Mahmoud's brother makes an appearance, and I'm looking forward to that. Kris has receipts for how much she spent. Let's see how her receipts compare to Jeymni's. Jeymni and Kris are still arguing and throwing mud at each other. Jen gets hysterical about being called old by Rishi's mom, and she's like, if I hear her say that about me one more time, we will never. This is another mic-worthy moment. We will never, ever speak again. Yeah, so that's what Jen told Rishi if she heard Rishi's mom call her old. So that's what's going on next week. Part 3 to tell all. And then we have before the 90 days. So I don't know, guys. Messy, messy, messy. But I'm going to miss using my Peacock fan. So I hope they bring Miss Debbie back on Single Life or something. Thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Please hit that like button. Check out wordonthestreetreality.com for all the 90-day fiance and love after lockup tea. You know you need. Please share my video with a friend or 10, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.